Hello and good day, Mike Adcock with an update on severe tropical cyclone Ian, located between Fiji and Tonga in the South Pacific. This briefing is based on data through 09 Zulu from the 9th of January. Taking a look at satellite imagery, do see the very compact severe tropical cyclone there just to the east of Fiji. At right about sunset and thereafter, you do notice the eye associated with the storm tends to disappear, at least on infrared satellite. Wasn't really all that clear to begin with, cloud filled, but as we go through the evening hours, do see that what appears to be the eye disappearing and being covered up by the cloud cover there. Nonetheless, as of 6 Zulu, or about 7 p.m. local time in both Fiji and Tonga, the center of circulation was located about 325 kilometers northwest of Neiafu in Tonga, or about 570 kilometers east-northeast of Suva, Fiji. System is moving off to the east-southeast at 4 kilometers per hour, so still a very slow crawl, but the good news is it is starting to move toward the east-southeast, which is where the model guidance tends to push this storm. So looks like the days there of just complete random meandering is about to come to an end now that the mid-latitude trough near New Zealand is starting to approach. Winds have increased substantially, went through some rapid intensification earlier in the day. 165 kilometer per hour winds, or about 90 knots. That puts it as a category 4 on the Fiji scale, or if you're more accustomed to the Saffir-Simpson scale, category 2. And our pressure down to 960 hectopascal. For Dvorak analysis, again at 9 Zulu, what we saw from Fiji earlier in the day at 6 Zulu, rather strong, 5.5 for final T, data T, pattern, everything, current intensity. And the basis of that is the Dvorak analysis. Black eye with the white surrounding, so what it's what the eye is embedded in. They subtracted a half point for the eye adjustment, so that got them to 5.5. Otherwise, they'd be at 6.0. And frankly, that seems to be extremely bullish. Nesdis, same technique, black eye surrounded by white, only came up with a data T of 5.0, which is probably a little closer. Nesdis and JTWC, I think, are probably a little closer in terms of intensity. I would lean toward Nesdis based on the technique. JTWC used the convection wrap, which, looking at this system, not, in my opinion, not very appropriate. Came out with about 13.5 tenths on the log 10 spiral, so that gets them a data T of 4.5, which is the basis of their final T. So a little weak, I think, there. That being said, the advanced Dvorak T, the outlier on the other end, 3.8, hasn't really picked up on the intensification that we've noted on satellite, subjectively through our own eyes. That advanced Dvorak technique only yields about 61 knots on a 1-minute average, so a little on the weak side in my opinion there. Surface analysis, do see Ian nudged between the near equatorial trough up to the north and the subtropical ridge, or two cells of the subtropical ridge off to the south. Strong area of high pressure actually between Australia and New Zealand, and then another cell well off to the southeast. Dissecting the two systems, or two areas of high pressure, is this mid-latitude trough, the stationary boundary that's exiting New Zealand. This feature is going to help pull Ian off to the southeast over the next few days, and you see that reflected in the Fiji forecast. Finally getting some forward progression. Unfortunately, that will take it to some of the northern islands in Tonga, getting pretty close to Leyte and Vavavu in northern Tonga as a strong category 4 system on the Fiji scale. Once it does get past Tonga, it does start to weaken a bit. That's because of the forward progression matching up with that mid-latitude trough, so starts to weaken, increased shear, all that good business. And this is the similar scenario to what JTWC is forecasting currently, 155 kilometers per hour with gusts up to 195, and again finally moving this system off to the southeast, gets caught up with the mid-latitude trough as it moves eastward, and the subtropical ridge off to the southeast retreats northward, merging up with the near equatorial ridge. In terms of surface plots, not a whole lot going on. Should be getting some strong gusts in the northern islands of Tonga. Not getting any observations right now from some of those smaller airfields. What we do get, though, fair conditions. Again, temperatures around 27-28 degrees Celsius. Just some high clouds associated with the cirrus clouds from this system. Of course, you can continue to follow the progress of Severe Tropical Cyclone Ian over at westernpacificweather.com. We'll be posting there, as well as over at storm2k.org, where you can join in on the conversation. I'll be posting on Twitter here and there as well with further updates. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day. Take care and be safe.